This is Louis, and this is going to be a generic advertisement until I get caught up with all the content that I need to upload. Be sure to check out Play Asia using my affiliate link. If you're a walking wallet gamer like me, check out Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. I've played it, it's pretty good, and thanks to recent patches, it's almost completely functional. On the other hand, if you're a normie weeb, check out Persona 5, which is out now. I'm told that this is the best Persona game in years, which means nothing to me, but for you it could make the difference in buying it using my affiliate link. If you're an advanced weeb, and no, I don't mean advanced in that of an affliction, be sure to check out J-List for innocuous, non-degenerative material. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, go fuck yourself, and links for everything mentioned can be found in the description.
So this is Louis, and this is going to be a rather spur-of-the-moment commentary. It's largely in reaction to this interview by Tim Pool with the CEO of Fullscreen, which I might be wrong. I'll have to look this up to see if this is actually the network that dropped JonTron after his debate with Destiny. I think it is, but I'll show it on the screen whether we're right or wrong. But this interview with him about the adpocalypse, as it's called, the boycott by huge companies of YouTube advertising and AdSense, this interview with him was just unbelievable. And I know that I didn't comment on this whole issue earlier. I actually did record a commentary. I just never got around to editing it and uploading it, where I mostly just complain about the fact that the largest concern that most YouTubers have, including myself, is time and not how much our mics are, how much this computer screen is or Vegas is. Okay, it's not the editing software, it's not the monitors, it's not the computer system, it's not the microphone, it's the time. 90% of making a video is research and recording and editing and all the shit you have to do before you can even upload. What I'm recording right now is not going to take any time at all. This requires no fucking effort. 100% of the effort in this is going to be me editing this goddamn thing together and uploading it for you to listen to. That's the issue. And this fucking dumb cocksucker. Here, let me summarize what his opinion is real quick.
Any final thoughts, I guess, on the whole adpocalypse?
It'll be cool. Make good content, connect with your audience. If you want to have an ad-supported model, make content that's ad-friendly. I mean, that might not be what you want to hear, but that's just the way it goes.
So the reason why he can go find the nearest fence post and fuck himself with it. David Pakman, Sargon, I, and others did a whole stream together where we lay out that despite the fact that David Pakman is making ad-friendly content that meets guidelines where he can broadcast it publicly on the radio and that, he doesn't swear, he doesn't do the things that would get him banned from air, he falls within the compliance that he needs to make it ad-friendly, he's getting devastated by this. So when you say, well, just make ad-friendly content, well, that's the whole fucking thing that has everyone flummoxed, you fucking moron. That's what H3H3 was making a big deal about, is that they don't seem to understand at all, and no one seems to understand what is ad-friendly, what isn't ad-friendly. What should we do? What can we possibly do to meet the qualifications of these fucking advertisers, of YouTube? What is it? They haven't laid any of it out. It's just speculation and conjecture and bullshit. That's all this is, even from you. Because even in this, he actually lays it out, and maybe I'll play the clip, maybe I won't, because it's long-winded as shit. But he admits that this is actually going to help him. This is going to help his company.
But what about you guys? I mean, so you're running Fullscreen. Mm-hmm. You've been doing this for, how long have you been?
We just turned 6 in January.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah.
Man, it feels like it's been longer than that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what your business model is. I mean, I don't work for Fullscreen or anything, but I know that you do take a portion of ad revenue from creators. Yeah. So is this bad for you, or is this good for you?
It's it's both, right? Our business is about identifying and growing talent online on platforms like YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, helping them grow and helping them make money, whether that's through advertising, through events, through merchandise, through original programming, branded content, and we're one of the best in the world at that, if not the best in the world at that. So YouTube being a really important platform to creators and being an important platform to Fullscreen, if suddenly you have major advertisers pulling their ad dollars out, That's bad for us, right?
Yeah.
But those advertisers know that they need to reach young people, and YouTube is one of the best places to do that. So as those dollars start to flow back in, I think they're going to turn to companies like Fullscreen or places where they're working directly with creators and they understand what their content is and what the context is, as opposed to, you know, random extremist videos and stuff, which the whole of YouTube, you know, has a hard time preventing.
It actually reduces the ability for YouTubers to be independent, and it puts more reliance on YouTubers to seek out ad companies themselves or agencies to represent them. And this helps this guy. It helps a fucking Fullscreen. It helps him. And if I was fucking Tim Pool, I would have followed up on that. I would have been, well, aren't you going to be kind of biased in this at least? Because you just admitted that this is actually all going to help you. One follow-up, Tim. Jesus Christ, man. If I supported this guy on Patreon or wherever the fuck you can support him, I'd consider this to be a bigger deal, but this just went up. And I can't imagine that everyone's going to like this video. I'm going to thumb it down because I thought this was a shitty interview. Tim has his opinion, and I don't agree with it, and that's fine. You know, we don't have to agree on the issue. But the fact is, bro, is that you're literally sitting down with a guy that's going to directly benefit from this boycott. And he admits as much, and you don't follow up. You just let it go. Come on, man. Fuck. This is in your face. And the fact is that you see this as just nonsense by YouTubers. Oh, we got a free ride, as you put it, I believe. This was a mutually beneficial agreement between YouTube and content creators. They were making money, billions and billions and billions of dollars off of us. And yet, they can't stand up for us in any conceivable way. They just completely back down and say, well, you know what? We're going to lambast the content creators to make quote unquote ad-friendly content. And he just rattled it off himself. Make ad-friendly content. What is ad-friendly content, you fucking stooge? If it's never outlined, no one knows what it is. And you know what's funny is that I mentioned this before, and I'll cite this hard bastard video again about the Young Turks being ad-friendly, apparently, despite swearing, despite being incoherent, despite regurgitating SJW bullshit. Despite, you know, I'm sure they've had some racist commentaries about there about the white man and everything else. They're ad-friendly. They're ad-approved. They have no issue with monetization on YouTube. Full steam ahead with their fucking adverts. They're fine. And they're one of the only. How weird is that, And what's funny is that Hard Bastard just did another video, and I've seen this myself, it's bizarre. The Young Turks are parroting DNC talking points. Okay? Not just mainstream media talking points, which they've been doing. People have been noticing this. They're now parroting DNC talking points. And they're shifting seemingly very quickly into just DNC talking points. Beyond mainstream media. Just flat out, you know, hacks and hatchetmen for the Democratic National Committee. What is going on here? As it relates to this guy and Tim, it's like, you know, fuck this guy. Fuck him. Fuck him and his fucking shit agency. His no-balls agency. His parasitic, worm-like, scummy existence. Just to latch on to actually talented people. And to drain them of money. For representation. Whatever that is. Every fucking person I've ever communicated with that's talked about a network or an agency or any kind of representation is a joke. It's just a fucking racket. It's a shakedown. And in my opinion, that's what this all is about. This is just a shakedown of us. The people putting up shit, making YouTube money, this is just a fucking shakedown of us, in my opinion. This is the advertisers, the corporations, looking for cheaper rates, looking to shake down YouTube. This is the mainstream media trying to take out a competitor. And the new resource for eyeballs, for viewers, for young people, for that demographic that these people want to get to. Why do you think that Pepsi uploaded that ridiculous advertisement to YouTube despite pulling out? It's because they know where the eyeballs are. It's not on fucking MSNBC or NBC. It's not any of these fucking shit networks. It's not fucking MTV, which is irredeemably bad and lame and uncool. YouTube is where all the young people are. YouTube is where the disposable income is. It's where you're going to advertise for video games. It's where you're going to advertise for soft drinks. It's going to be where you advertise for fashion and all the bullshit that young people buy with their disposable income. It's going to be here on YouTube. It's not going to be anywhere else. Because anywhere else is not where young people are, except for maybe different social networks. Twitter, whatever, Snapchat, Instagram or something. I'm not on those social media networks, so I don't know. But if you want to get young people, if you want to get that disposable income, you got to go where they are. They're here. So that's what I mean by this being a shakedown. Nothing's going to change when it comes to young people. The people they watch are still going to be here on YouTube unless they leave the fucking platform. That's how they're not going to be here any longer, is if they choose to leave. Because YouTube has made the environment so inhospitable that there's no point in staying. You have H3H3, just one video after another talking about how frustrated they are with what's been going on. And I completely understand it. I completely understand why they're so frustrated. Because it's not just the fact that, they don't make ad-friendly content. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But the fact is that they've shown that it's seemingly random which videos are monetized and which aren't. They have no notion of what they can actually do to correct this issue. They don't understand what they can do. They can't reach out to anybody. No one's explaining shit. And the explanations that are given are horseshit, are lies, are not applied evenly, are not applied fairly. There is favoritism going on, and it's very clear that it's happening. It is not even some of the biggest people on YouTube. It's the fucking places like the Young Turks, the sewer of YouTube, the intellectual dead zone of fucking YouTube. That's where the ad revenue is going. And I'm sure that people like, what's her face? The fucking chick from Decoded. People like her. I'm sure those people aren't going to have too much of an issue with advertisements. Maybe I'm wrong, but it wouldn't surprise me in the least. If the Young Turks are getting advertisements despite how ridiculous they are, how much more ridiculous is for me to speculate that SJWs are getting ad revenue. The bigger ones anyways. The ones that are corporate friendly. But I'll end this by just playing that commentary by myself, which will make probably this commentary very long. But at least it'll be up and you'll have something to listen to. So I'll roll into that. Thanks for listening. So I guess I have to start this commentary over again because I had some fucking redneck dude come up to me. What are you doing right here? And I explained to him, like, listen, I'm an investigator. I'm trying to do my job. Do you want me to leave? I can go if you want me to. I already let the fucking sheriff's department know that I'm out here. So if they call the police, they just say, okay, that's nice, buddy, and then they don't come out. It's actually important to mention that I was just interrupted before I actually managed to do this commentary, and that I'm out here working, which you can guess by the nature of this commentary. It's important to mention that, and to also bring up the point of, in the last several commentaries that I've made, how many times have you heard me mention the fact that I'm working while recording? Yeah, how many times have you heard me say that? And how many times in the past have you heard me talk about the fact that I'm working while recording a commentary? I am working all the time. I work a lot. And that's not me complaining. I could complain, but I'm not going to complain. What I have at my disposal is money. The thing I have at my disposal is loose money. If I wanted to, I can buy a microphone. I can buy new editing software. I can buy some glitzy shit, for my videos. I can dress them up. I could buy a face cam and put my fuck ugly mug on camera for all of you to see while I'm not on the job. There are many things that I could spend my money on. However, the issue is with this thing known as YouTube or being a commentator, the issue is time. It is not money. It is time. Money is important for paying the bills, and there are many, rent or food or whatever, car payments, in my case. There are many things you have to pay for in life, but the real commodity that is not easy to obtain once you have a full-time job, especially the nature of my job and others, is time. I've been out here for like 10 fucking hours. I had to go back to the hotel that I'm staying at because I'm out of town. I'm out here again, just wasting my fucking time. I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to find this guy. He's not home, and they still got me out here. And all of that affects, it sounds like whining, but all of that affects the quality of my videos. All of that affects everything that I do here. If I'm out here working, I'm not working on ads. I'm not working on the quality of my videos. I'm not opening accounts on Patreon or other social media shit, okay? I've been fucking around on Twitter, but that doesn't really take much time at all. But I think you can understand where I'm coming from on this. I hope you really understand what I'm saying here. That the real commodity that YouTubers need is time. And so when I see these posts, these long-winded fucking rants by Teal Deer, when I see multiple videos from harmful opinions that are not good, just not good in terms of content. One point was raised that I will talk to that was actually a decent point to make, but everything else is just not good. Because I can't buy time. I can't do anything with the fact that I'm out here working constantly. And that affects the quality of my video. Every one of my videos. It affects the quality because if I'm working, I don't have time to work on content. And so, you know, I could be learning to be a better YouTuber, but I just don't have fucking time. And the fact is that I can't do both full time. I can't do what I do now full time and also be a full-time YouTuber. That is fucking impossible. I could not fucking do that. And that's why, despite people asking me why I don't want to open a Patreon account, why I don't want to make it seem as though that YouTube is my full-time thing, because I just don't have the fucking time for it, and it's not a full-time gig for me. If I had the views that other people had, I could make a decent living on YouTube. And, you know, I don't really want to harp on the fact that I think that Harmful and Teal Deer are wrong, and they are wrong. They continue to be wrong. They continue to pretend as though that this isn't something more serious than fucking the Amazing Atheist complaining about needing more money, or fucking random anarchy fucking channels, how stupid they are. I mean, could you be less charitable about this issue? Can you find the lowest hanging fruit to knock down? You know, it's just fucking lazy and pathetic. And it's like, I know you know better. Both of you. I know you know better than what you're doing here. And I know that this is going to be a couple days before I can even put this fucking video out when I get back home. Sincerely, like, I can't believe that you're not making a bigger deal about what's going on. When you have every fucking big name YouTuber being attacked, specifically by name. You have JonTron, you have Boogie, you have PewDiePie, you have all of these fucking people under attack 24-7 at this point. And then it culminates with these cocksuckers going after YouTube itself as a platform and trying to harm their income, trying to attack their advertisers and pressure them to pull out, which they've been successful in. You've had all these different large companies pull out. And is it going to cripple YouTube? Probably not. But it's something that if, you know, YouTube is your full-time gig, you're going to be cognizant of. You're going to be aware of that. And you're going to be fearful of what that's going to mean for you. I don't think it's fair to just, you know, shit on every person that thinks that this is going to harm them, that it's going to harm their income, when this is their sole source of income. So from there, we'll transition to the one point that I think Harmful Opinions made that's a decent point. And that is, if you don't have all of your eggs in one basket, then it's harder to harm you. And I would agree with that. The best thing that most YouTubers need to spend time on is to find multiple sources of income and invest in other channels that they can make revenue from. That could mean, you know, cups and t-shirts, whatever, that kind of monetization. It could be affiliate links or sponsorships, although with, you know, and it's bizarre that Harmful makes light of this whole situation when this is the exact kind of thing that's going to push people towards taking more sponsorships from fucking shithole companies like Candid. You know, if you're going to be constructive, but I don't think you're being constructive, and I don't think Teal Deer or anyone else that's making these kind of lame-ass points, these cheap blows that are they're just empty fucking jabs at people. They're lazy, they're pathetic, they're not constructive. What you should be doing is laying out the different outlets that are out there, the different, you know, means out there for people to make money while they're on YouTube. Point to the different, you know, Teespring or whatever, you know, Zazzle or fucking whatever. If you want to make t-shirts and sell t-shirts, you can point to Patreon. You can point to minds.com. You can point to, you know, giving tips on streams and, you know, doing whatever with streams and having like, or a support button on a channel, or do what I do with affiliate links, or maybe there are decent places out there to do ethical fucking sponsorship videos. Not just making some kind of fucking limp-wristed declaration about how everyone else is just trying to fucking gouge people for more money, when that's not the case. You know, I don't think that all these different YouTubers that I follow, and even some that I don't, are just blowing this out of proportion, when just, if you read what's going on, this actually is kind of a big deal. This is actually kind of a really worrying thing for the future, because it may wind up with YouTube changing their platform in a way that could lead to direct censorship of different channels. The issue of incentives as well is not good as it relates to what kind of content you work on. I have several reasons at this point why I don't really talk much about Islam. Why I rely on channels like Kraut and Tea to do it for me, ultimately. Because I know that even though I have strong opinions, if I put them out there, the chances of those videos getting community guideline strikes, being demonetized, being just being fucked with by YouTube, being hidden, being shadow banned, being whatever. You know, whatever they're fucking doing with those videos. I don't need that. I don't need that fucking stress. I don't need that anxiety. I have enough fucking bullshit to deal with just the copyright shit. I don't need more of that. When this is not my fucking full-time job. When this is not what I do to make fucking money. I don't need the added stress. And that is not from my end. That is not because you have Islamists trying to chop my head off. It's not because I have people downvoting the video or saying you suck or whatever else to make me feel bad about my content. I'm sure it'd be very popular. But the issue is, what is YouTube going to do to fuck with me? The thing that I'm going to have to sit down and fuck with for a half an hour or an hour. You know, the thing that I'm going to have to move away while I'm working on a report, or I'm trying to do my job, or I'm trying to do fucking whatever. The thing I have to drop everything to fuck with. It took me forever to finally get around to edit all of my different videos that I've uploaded and do that collage of all the different adverts I've done. That one was fucking copyrighted. So I can't even do that. I can't even take the time to go through and edit this fucking video by fucking viewer demand and have it stay up. It gets fucked with. And that's not me. That's not anyone specifically. It's just fucking YouTube's bullshit. Because I have that content on my channel already. But it doesn't matter. It's still copyright claimed. It's still, I have to take it fucking down. Because I had multiple fucking claims against it. And I have another fucking video with multiple false claims against it. So that's another fucking thing that I have to screw with and wait for some kind of fucking answer to. And in the meantime, I make no money. And I have to worry. Is it going to get a copyright takedown? Is it going to get a community guidelines violation? To pretend as though that's not a big deal, and that's not going to cost you time, and that's not going to add stress, needless stress onto your life. You know, you're just being disingenuous. You're not actually being honest in the costs of being on YouTube, and the stress, and the fucking wasted time that comes with YouTube. There is something to say, and I know Harmful said this, that you should be looking at every given avenue to raise money if you are concerned. That is an accurate and decent point to make. Because there are other outlets and other avenues for you to make money on your channel. I have said this to, and I don't think Sargon has specifically made this a big deal about himself making money, but I've said this to Sargon, you know, he would make so much fucking money if he would put affiliate links in his videos. If he would find some, you know, sponsor or some kind, you know, whatever. It could be fucking Audible, it could be fucking Crunchyroll, it could be fucking whatever. It could be PlayAsia. He could put it in his videos. He could put it in the description of his videos and be making serious fucking money by doing that. Just that alone. He could be making serious fucking money. But he chooses not to. And I think that's, you know, a bad decision. But it's his channel. He can do whatever he wants with it. I think it's a bad decision. Raise constructive points like that if you're going to criticize people for making a big deal about what's going on. Make constructive fucking arguments. Don't make these fucking, just these empty platitudes. This empty criticism that's being laid at the feet of these people, that they're just money grubbers. They're just looking to pump you for money. When that's not true. You know, could you be any less charitable about what's going on and just completely downplay what's going on YouTube? The fact that fucking the press cost JonTron and PewDiePie millions and millions of dollars. And the stress, and I know from speaking to JonTron firsthand, the stress that they fucking put the guy under. We're just going to pretend as though that's not a big deal. That it's not putting this guy's fucking career on the line for over-exaggerating and lying about what was said. And pretending as though that the other guy in the conversation isn't himself a fucking lunatic that was trying to draw the worst out of John. People are not being honest about what's going on here. And they're taking the least charitable view of this, and they're not actually understanding what it would mean for some of these people to lose some of these sources of income and what stress it's going to put on them. If you're going to criticize, but be productive in the process. Because I want to see the different content creators that I watch on YouTube continue on with what they're doing and keep making good videos. There is criticism that I could lay at the feet of fucking people like The Amazing Atheist, but I know it's not necessary at this point in time. There are greater issues of concern right now, and that is the fact that the press is going fucking all out. They're going crazy. They're putting fucking non-stop libel and lies about people. Good fucking people that don't deserve the stress that they're now under at the direct result of these fucking people. It's not fair. It's not right. And rather than being a fucking asshole about it, you should instead be constructive. And I guess that's just where I'm going to leave this for now. Thanks for listening.